Most entrepreneurs are looking for the winning recipe, the magic formula, the method, the hack. But here's what you need to understand right now. There is no universal winning recipe. There are only different stories, different markets, skills, timing, and luck. But what I've discovered after nearly 20 years in law and entrepreneurship is this. While there's no guaranteed formula to win, there is a repeatable, dangerous formula for losing. And if you can eliminate that losing formula, you win by default. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the 5 core beliefs that every entrepreneur must adopt if they want to avoid that losing path and start playing the game the right way. These aren't mindset hacks. These are the real mental models I've seen behind successful entrepreneurs that I've advised, protected, and built with. And you won't hear these 5 beliefs in business school or law school. You won't hear them from online gurus who've made money one way or another and are trying to sell you their path and their recipe. These beliefs are what we teach inside the Legally Bulletproof Academy, and they are the foundation for the only business defense system for entrepreneurs. Now, before we get into the 5 core beliefs, let's get one idea straight. If you don't know how to guarantee a win, then the only way to succeed is to avoid losing. That's called inversion. It's one of the most powerful problem-solving methods I've ever learned. It's used by people like Charlie Munger and Alex Hormozi, and it's taught inside our system. Instead of asking, how do I win? You ask, how do I lose? How would my competitor beat me? How would a lawyer destroy my client in court? That's exactly how I started winning as a lawyer. I didn't focus on how I could win my client's case. I focused on how my adversary could destroy us, and I blocked every possible path. That's defensive strategy at the highest level, and that's what you have to do in business. And it's how I built the business defense system for entrepreneurs. We identified the 5 core enemies every entrepreneur faces. We mapped out the 101 deadly mistakes that cause business failure, and then we inverted the entire system to create the only defense-first legal strategy for entrepreneurs, using inversion just like Charlie Munger and Alex Hormozi. So now let's get into the beliefs. Belief number 1 is that business is war. Sun Tzu said that every battle is won before it's fought. Business is not fair, just like life. It's not safe, and it's not a meritocracy. It's war. War for clients, war for attention, positioning, and power. So don't buy into the false belief that if I'm good to others, others will be good to me. That's a real mistake. Trusting the market, competitors, or partners without legal boundaries. So inside the business defense system, we teach you situational awareness mapping, a strategy tool that helps you see where the next betrayal, breach, or blind spot could hit you from, the next enemy or the next mistake. That's why business is war. Let's jump to core belief number 2, that defense wins championships. Now, everyone loves offense, the launch, the marketing, the sales, the funnels, but the championship teams, they win because of defense. And the same is true in business. So don't buy into the false belief that I'll get legal later. Right now, I need to grow. That's a real mistake. Scaling something you haven't protected and watching it get copied, stolen, or attacked is something you never want to learn directly. So inside the academy, we preach defense. I give you my defense system, and we make sure that you're protected. And if you're not playing defense, at least I'm playing defense for you, because defense wins championships. Now, belief number 3 is something I learned when I was a child, that you have to earn your trophies. And that's why I keep trophies in my office. I first learned how to earn trophies in sports. Then it was life and in business, because discipline equals freedom. And in business, no one's giving you trophies for participating. You have to take them. Don't buy into the false belief that if I work hard, I'll succeed. That's a real mistake, because you have to take success. It's not going to come to you. No one's just going to give it to you. The only things that come to you are enemies and mistakes. And that's why you have to have a defensive system in place. Belief number 4 is to learn from the mistakes of others. This was inspired by Warren Buffett, who said it's better to learn from other people's mistakes. And this is what the Legally Bulletproof Academy is all about. In court, I've seen businesses fail the same way over and over again, based on the false belief that I'll figure it out as I go. And that's a real mistake, to think trial and error is a strategy. So inside the business defense system, we give you access to 101 deadly mistakes and to the 5 enemies that cause all entrepreneurs to lose. And the point of all of this is for you to learn from the mistakes of others so you don't make them yourself, just like Warren Buffett said. So now belief number 5 is to solve problems before they happen using IRAC or inversion. And this is inspired by Charlie Munger and Alex Hormozi. Great lawyers and great founders don't wait for fires to start. They prevent the match from being lit. So don't buy into the false belief that we'll cross that bridge when we get there. That's a real mistake. Being reactive in a game that punishes delay. That's why we teach scenario forecasting. You simulate threats and pre-build your legal response before they ever show up. That's why at Legally Bulletproof, we use a system. Now, these 5 beliefs are the foundation of the only business defense system for entrepreneurs. If you adopt them and use them, you won't just survive in business, you'll dominate. Legally, strategically, and mentally. This is how you start to think like a lawyer and operate like a professional athlete as you build like a real general. You don't need the perfect winning recipe. You need the perfect mindset to shift from offense to defensive thinking. And I've got a free resource for you. You can download the free 5 core belief playbook right now at legallybulletproof.com or click the link below. So now that you have an idea of what are the 5 core beliefs of winning entrepreneurs, we need to take a deep dive into inversion, how to use it alongside the IRAC legal reasoning framework to solve problems and protect your business. You'll learn how to think like lawyers think, how judges think, and how elite founders use legal logic to bulletproof their systems before things go sideways. So if you like this video, you're going to love what's next, and I'll see you there.